Well, hello people, welcome to the next Senpai. Step into a world beyond your imagination with the epic new Isekai anime that aired this spring 2023. This video can be your guide so you don't get lost when you want to watch an epic journey to a fantastical world filled with magic and the whole new experience that you creates to watching with an overpowered main characters. With breathtaking battles and powerful magical abilities, is sure to keep you on the edge of your seat. Where can you enjoy it, and didn't miss anything in this anime list? Keeping watching this video, and stay awesome. Let's go! Kamikatsu, working for God in a godless world. Urabe Yukitoke, the son of a dubious cult founder, died during the cult's unreasonable training in his birth ceremony, reincarnated in another world where religion doesn't exist, and no place for a knowing God. It was an ideal world for the main character, and he lived happily with to help others inhabitants of remote villages, nor does it have any concept of God or religious faith. Yukitoke found something amiss. The village was a collection of people branded doom system where your life and death were decided by government order. Outcast people of the village lack the sense of fearing death because they are abnormal people afraid of being doomed, and accept this condemnation of the lifetime system. Yukitoke, as the next conqueror, desperately tries to help the villagers. He also has the assistance power of the god of the cult, Mitama, after he had managed to summon this different world and revives their awkwardness in another world. Dead Mount, Death Play. In another world, a fight to the death between the Calamity Crusher and a peerless necromancer known as the Corpse God results in the latter's reincarnation, not into the corpse of a fallen relative, but into the corpse of a teenager freshly murdered in modern-day Shinjuku. All the Corpse God desires is a peaceful life, but peace is hard to come by as long as those at large still want his host dead. Possesses the elemental eye, with an entity concomitantly boring a hole between Earth and the other world. No one can guarantee that everything will go as planned, and could have expected that the climactic battle between good and evil would awaken his feeling. My one-hit kill sister. After a fatal encounter with unfortunate case of car accident, Asahi Akusaba is transported to another world and started his career as a solo adventurer. But in his first debut, he suddenly encountered a high-level monster. He unknowingly summoned Asahi's doting elder sister, neither for wisdom nor for omniscience. After record his performance in 1 month, it's amazing that he advanced a ranking boost, and it also attracted the attentions of 6th Demon King Kiru Maria. The fantasy tale of the strongest elder sister with siblings goal, and the younger brother with the weakest skills begins, who is affecting this new world. The Aristocrat's otherworldly adventure, serving gods who go too far. A teenager named Kazuya, who dies after saving young girl from stranger and reincarnated into a new world of swords and magic. He is very proud of her new name, Kane von Silford, as the third son of an aristocrat and a member of the Silford family, one of the most prominent noble families in the kingdom. The main character is granted a large amount of wealth and power, but he is also burdened with responsibilities and expectations. Kane will grow up surrounded by power of gods who don't know self-restraint, as gift from his 5th birthday, and granted the protection of the battle with divine-level expert could shake the entire fantasy world. Along with him, as he descends adventure into the darkest dungeons, he must conceal his true skills in order to ascend the socio-cultural rankings. He forms alliances and was defeating his foes in a beautiful kingdom he didn't create, meanwhile uncovering the mysteries of the kingdom's past. Monster but Wild. This anime adapted into a Chinese comic series set in a fantasy world which examines the theme of game exploration. Azure is a popular online adventure game that has been running for 10 years. Among them there was a young gamer who's been playing since launch and got a mastery reward. After opening the gift, he transmigrated into the game as the witty skeleton. The only good thing is that resurrection time is faster after death. The main character is forced to navigate his new life as the weakest little monster, and figure out how to survive in a world where he is at the bottom of the food chain. After receiving it, he travels through the fantasy world, and encounters other creatures who become his allies and help him on his journey. The story explores themes of self-discovery, friendship, and perseverance, striving to become stronger and overcome the challenges he faces. The reason why Raeliana ended up at the Duke's mansion. When young girls killed by stranger in modern-day Korea, Park Yunha finds herself reincarnated as Raeliana Macmillan, the oldest daughter of a nouveau riche baron. However, she was in the world of a light novel she had read before, just to get killed off again as an unfortunate extra. It's a shame, but Raeliana isn't becoming the main character. With secret knowledge from her previous life, she was intended to die at the hands of her fiancé, and take over the Macmillan family's company in their woes of grief. She needs a cover as determined to survive instead with powerful individual, one of the most conniving and manipulative characters in this world. Duke Noah Volstaire Winknight, the view wealthy man who wants to rewrite the original story, that came to solve the mysterious death of her destiny. Raeliana uses her foresight to deliver information to Noah in exchange for his role as her fake fiancé. But the Duke's two-faced nature turns into complications, really help her avoid another ill-fated and throws a wrench in her plans. Kuma Bear Punch. As with many isekai adventurers, Yuna's enthusiasm for her favorite the VR MMO World Fantasy Online became a permanent fixture after she inexplicably lost the ability to return to reality. Little Fina and Yuna had just barely reunited to solidify their friendship before Season 1 drew to a close, and after almost 2 years of patiently waiting, this fans want to see what these girls get up to next season. She spent all her time gaming anyway, and the situation doesn't pose as much of an inconvenience. Yuna wants to unwind and decompress, yet her overpowered abilities have been accompanied by the burden of responsibilities, like protecting the weak and saving innocents. Fortunately, fans can keep their expectations high, as the staff responsible for Season 1's masterpiece will all return for Round 2. This female-led gaming team will soon cover the beginning of Yuna's otherworldly travels, surpassing Kuma Nano's light novel content, which has given the anime some leeway to create an original storyline. In another world with my smartphone too. Toya Mochizuki and his almighty smartphone are back in spring 2023 with a visual revamp, and fresh recruits to his growing harem after a 5-year hiatus. In addition to the revelation of new staff and a different animation studio, the renowned JC Staff Anime Studio is anticipated to give Isasuma, which was afflicted by the common concerns of unique isekai anime. The story follows a 15-year-old boy who was accidentally killed by a lightning strike, and is reincarnated into a fantasy world with his old smartphone. In this new world, Toya discovers that he has exceptional magical abilities with his smartphone to help him navigate this new world. With the show's second season, aside from the new harem members, finally, the main characters will get to see some serious action and get involved in the mystery of his new world. It goes without a doubt that the audience will be very excited to see Toya and his harem fighting the Freys with a tap into their mechanical sides. Summoned to another world for a second time. This following where the main character is summoned to fantasy world for the second time as a younger savior with a different identity. Setsu Suzaki missing main ideas for the preceding reason, what was waiting for him was the trap of the human king, who was afraid that the hero who acquired power would take his position. He influences many people and most popular with his reputation before, but comes back that pretends to be weak as an isekai normie along with his classmates. This time to show off, as he navigates his way through the new world as a legendary fighter, and becomes overpowered than before where he wanted to have fun with new experiences. I got a cheat skill in another world, and became unrivaled in the real world. One's as several anime featured where the main character's chances to return transformed from ugly to handsome. A mysterious door stands open, inviting a big guy who's been receiving harsh bullied. Yuya Tenjo reveals the opportunity to receive unique artifacts from implementing change in the unknown world. The most shocking revelation was that he repeatedly leveled up and acquired cheat class abilities, where monsters were defeated one by one. This status contained all the experienced and parameters of Yuya, which could transfer him returns to his original world. He is only gaining popularity as a perfect boy with the strongest physical ability, and it got you a lot of attention. That's a good thing for him. With double responsibility in two different realms, Yuya discovers that the world is in danger from a powerful demon lord who seeks to conquer and save the world from certain destruction on his path.